Nakakatapat niya dito, the big man in the middle for GlobalPort. The Batang Pier, of course, one of 4 teams who are allowed unlimited height for their first import because they finish in the bottom 4 of the combined Philippine and Commissioner's Cups.
A lot has been said about his work ethic. We're going to have to see how he plays for GlobalPort, but make no mistake, this guy's a very, very talented player.
The second game of your 2015 PBA Governor's Cup now underway inside a smart Araneta. Terence Romeo getting the start. Pupunta siya agad sa kanyang big man in the middle na si Patrick O'Brien. They are joined by Doug Kramer, Denok Miranda, and Keith Jensen to go up against etong si Andre Emmett, John Ferriols, nandiyan din si Cliff Hodge, John Wilson, and Mike Cortez.
Right away, you can see GlobalPort trying to establish Patrick O'Brien in the post.
Yung tinatawag nating sukat, you see a 7-foot guy, you haven't really played against him, not much scouting report on him. Try and go to him right away. Ferriols from the outside, trying to drag the defense of O'Brien away. Miranda gets it across that timeline. GlobalPort, so much promise, but has failed to make the playoffs on a consistent basis. Actually, the last 2 conferences.
Well, you know, a lot has been said about sharing. And I don't know if that is a personal issue among some of the players or if it's something they just don't realize. I believe that they were, second to last in assists the past conferences. So that's something Pito Horencio is definitely going to have to work on.
You mentioned him, Coach Pito Horencio. He is back at the helm for the GlobalPort Batang Pier after being replaced by Eric Gonzalez. He's back to head coaching this squad. Let's see what impact that makes as Meralco is looking for a 5-0 lead. Cortez pupunta muna dito kay Emmett. Former D-League MVP with that pull-up over Jensen. Cliff Hodge keeps it on that side of the floor. Wilson from the corner will miss, but another serving, and on the third try, Meralco makes it 4-0.
Nice pass with John Ferriols recognizing John Wilson underneath the basket, but you notice the offensive rebounding of Meralco.
That front line has been a question mark para sa GlobalPort in the past. Partly maybe is why they brought in a guy like Doug Kramer to the squad. Romeo to Miranda from the outside. Denok rings the bell, and that 3-pointer is brought to us by PLDT Home TVolution. Turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV.
Derek Miranda, one of the best things, one of the things that he does really good is getting that 3-point shot.
Ferriols from that right side. How about the veteran John Ferriols? Still an effective player. Not just a player in the PBA, not just a bench player. He's still effective.
But you know what? He's preserved himself really, really well. I think, he's like 41 years old. I think 41 years old.
Because nobody's older than Aussie, so that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, I mean, veteran. And as you see, actually a nice pass by Denok Miranda to the big fella and Patrick O'Brien.
Denok Miranda making things happen para dito sa Batang Pier. They are now on a 5-0 run to take a 1-point lead. Emmett from the outside showing us his range. Another 3-pointer natin sa atin ng PLDT Home TVolution. Turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV.
One of the many weapons that Emmett has, that 3-point long distance range.
O'Brien taken away by Cortez. Before this game, Mike Cortez was actually honored for his 5,000 assist as he gets it over to John Wilson. That's assist number 5,00001.
This is a great tribute to Mike Cortez's career. 5,000 assists, a lot of good things to come in the next few years for Mike Cortez. I'm very sure of that.
Inantay lang po hanggang dito sa Governor's Cup because he registered that assist late in their last assignment back in the Commissioner's Cup. They couldn't really stop the game anymore because it was the 4th quarter. So he gets his accolade tonight. Terence Romeo scoring his first basket of the evening.
And we saw Patrick O'Brien we got the ball stolen from him on one of the last possessions. We didn't see him run back on defense. He looked a little frustrated. This is what I'm talking about. This is going to be one of the biggest tests for GlobalPort.
Emmett on the attack. He made sure he received the contact as he planted that foot.
Yes, definitely. I mean, that's just a veteran move. I think he's about 32 years old. You know, for a lot of players, I know that I experienced that once you get to that age, everything just comes full circle.
Romeo against Wilson. Hinahanap nila ito si O'Brien. Over at the post, Ferriols and Hodge ganging up on him. Kramer ends up turning it over. Meralco with GlobalPort, Meralco with a chance to increase his lead.
This is something that GlobalPort's going to have to work on. Just the eye contact and communication between the two big guys. I mean, it can work.
Emmett on the attack, goes over to Cortez. Three-pointer on the way. Oh, good. Ferrios trying to stick it right back. Di na ibinaba. Dahil nandun nga sa harap niya yung 7-footer na si O'Brien. Miranda loses that leather. Emmett pushing it. O'Brien giving chase. Emmett fearless on that drive. Will shoot back to the line for 2 shots.
I thought that was a great drive by Andre. Taking it strong to the big fella. And that's what you do in situations like this. I mean, you don't shy away from a 7-footer. You go straight at him. You never know. You're going to convert, get fouled. In this case, he went to the line for 2.
Coach Norman Black looking content so far with what he is seeing as Meralco makes it 15-7 over GlobalPort. Barely 5 minutes into this contest. First timeout, any request na dito.
Kilalanin pa natin ng husto ang ating mga imports. Simulan natin sa kampo ng Meralco Balls. Pinangungunahan niya ni Andre Emmett. Hindi na pagdududahan pa ang kanyang pagiging scoring machine, lalo pa sa mga ipinakita niya sa tune-up games with his experiences from the NBA, South America, Asia, and in Europe. Dinagdag pa ni Coach Norman that he is reminded by the 80s and the 90s imports na talaga namang madiinan pagdating sa court. Makakasama niya Benny Kuchowi naman mula sa Iran, who will be more of a role player, expected to do the dirty work. Pero unfortunately, he won't be playing today dahil hinihintay pa ang clearance mula sa Iran Super League. But he is expected to play next game as per Coach Norman. Balik sa inyo, Ali and Magu.
Maraming salamat, Miss Erica. And you saw a glimpse of Kuchowi from behind that Meralco bench. 15-10 is the score. Romeo buried at 3. Tough luck para dito sa Meralco, no? Because they have the import here already, their Asian import, but he has yet to secure his clearance from Iran, who is on holiday right now.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, there's some good things about this guy. And arguably, they said he's the #1 Iranian point guard in the world.
Oh,
and
that's
first,
saying a lot.
Yes,
huh?
yes, that's a lot. And the first Iranian national to play in the Chinese Basketball Association. So this guy's got a lot of credentials.
We will be waiting for his debut in the PBA in the games to come. Samantala, ito namang GlobalPort, ipinasok na yung sarili nilang Asian import in the person of Omar Krayam, that number 10 guy.
The Wizard, that's what people call him. Saw some footage of him play. Great ball handling skills, and I'm sure we're going to see that tonight. Can get to the ball, get to the basket pretty well, and he's got 3-point range. So, you know, we're looking forward to see how he incorporates himself with GlobalPort.
Siya nga po may tanga ng bola, binigay muna kay Romeo. Krayam lurking on that right corner. Paulo Taha on the left. Romeo down the middle, looking to drop it off to Kramer. Could be a traveling violation.
A little too much there for Terrence Romeo, but you know, in his defense, the rest of the players, they got to move. There's got to be more movement for the offense of GlobalPort.
This PBA Governor's Cup is brought to you by PLDT Home Evolution. Turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV. Only 199 pesos per month. Call 171 or visit pldthome.com to subscribe. Emmett kicks it over. Hugnatan, bagong pasok. Malamig pa. Hodge battling for that board. O'Brien slaps it away. Romeo from distance. Oh, good. Kramer battling for it. Gets it inside to Taha, who locates Romeo. Ayaw pa rin. But look at Krayam. Steal in the pool of Jay. Kramer once again. The muscle of Douglas too strong.
It's a nice effort by GlobalPort, especially Doug Kramer getting those offensive rebounds. Just couldn't convert on that.
There was a sequence earlier where Meralco had 3-4 serving. Same exact thing with GlobalPort, but the difference is Meralco actually got a basket out.
Yeah, and they actually shoot pretty well. So far, 5-11 from the field goal range, and I like the way their offensive rebounding.
Hugnatan, right place, right time. Cortez faking, goes to Wilson. No good. And O'Brien finally clears it over to Krayam on the run. Gets it to Taha. He goes reverse. Tiluwa pa na rin yun.
Could not convert.
Halo ng malas to para dito sa GlobalPort. As Emmett attacks the defense of Taha, locates Cortez on that backdoor. Wilson, same spot. Same result. Romeo, open court situation against three, is clobbered by Hodge. Terence will shoot to the line for 2 shots.
GlobalPort tried to get the big fella, Patrick O'Brien, established early on in the post. They really didn't get anything out of that. But I think that GlobalPort's really good at getting out into the open transition. They've been able to get to the line, and Terence Romeo has been able to get fouled.
I noticed during the offseason an eerie resemblance between the games of Terence Romeo and Russell Westbrook.
You know what? I'd have to agree with that. I mean, both have energy, and you look at Terence Romeo's body, his physique, especially for this whole season. I mean, I don't know how many pounds he lost, but he just looks great out there. Very wiry, just like Russell Westbrook. Gets to the basket just like Russell Westbrook.
You know what's more? Both of them were scoring champions.
That's right.
Both of them were All-Star Game MVPs.
But there you go.
And both of them did not make the playoffs. Yun lang.
Yeah.
Doon nabasag yung positive ng pagkukumparang yun as Hugnatan gets away. Nice ball movement here. Emmett proving he can also locate his teammates.
And Magoo, I was about to say that Meralco is doing a very excellent job so far getting that ball around, getting about 4 to 5 passes, getting the defense of GlobalPort to commit, and then finding the open man. It's real simple basketball right now.
Terence back at that line. How about this tournament? Can Terence Romeo go back-to-back and winning that scoring title?
I don't know. I think, why not? But I really believe that what should be on Terence Romeo's mind and the players of GlobalPort is trying to get to that playoff position, that playoff spot. I think it's really important. But the thing is, I really believe that they have the talent to get there.
Especially now that they do have 2 imports, 1 international and 1 Asian. Their international is a limited height. One of 4 teams that was allowed to do that dahil nga po batang 4 sila noong nakaraang 2 komperensya. Of course, Kia, Blackwater, Barako Bull, and GlobalPort are those 4 teams na pwedeng only height. The rest of the field has to have an import of 6'5" or smaller.
Well, we were talking about this early in the dugout. Tim Combs talking about he just needs 1 import right now. But, it might be strategy as well. Some of these teams are probably trying to figure out, will the Asian import coming in, will they be effective? Because in Tim Cohn's eyes, he believes that the guards of the Philippines are probably the best in all of Asia. Motion does come into play. I've never agreed with it, but that's the rule. You have to deal with it. So basically, you just have to be in control of your own destiny. Win as many games as possible and try to win by a large margin.
Terence Romeo wants to do just that. That 3-pointer brings him up to 10 points. At dadalawa na lang ang hinahabol dito ng Batang Pierre. Gary David, a many-time scoring champion himself, gets it over to Emmett at the post. Taha trying to body up on the import of Meralco.
Nice pass.
Nice shovel pass over to Hodge, and he delivers the 2 points.
That's the benefit of being a veteran. Especially playing overseas. Some imports, when they first come in, they start playing international for the first time. It's a learning process for them. And this guy looks like he's got it down pat.
You played in the PBA for so many years, Ali. How much pressure? You've been hanging out there talking with different imports through the years you've been here. We'll talk more about this when we return. Timeout muna tayo with 2:25 remaining in the first quarter. Let's see as they go along if they can finally break into the next round for this season. As Hugnatan just picks this one up. Couldn't turn it into goal though. Kayan, the Asian import para dito sa GlobalPort, pushing it hard. Buenafe, now in the game para sa Batang Pierre, gets it over to O'Brien. Billy Mamaril now on the floor for the guys in white. And you like these additions, those tough guys in Doug Kramer and Billy Mamaril.
Well, they're veterans. They bring championship experience. As a matter of fact, Billy Mamaril ripped into some of his teammates a couple of weeks ago. I got a chance to talk to him about that. He said, I have championship experience here. I didn't like the way some of these guys were practicing. They need to give more. They need to give 100%. Sometimes a young team like GlobalPort needs something like that.
That's what you call a locker room guy, right?
That's a locker room guy, but Billy's been through the wars, and he's a tough competitor.
Atkins now on the floor for Meralco. Hugnatan, though, did not establish or re-establish his position on the floor. Battle. Turnover yan in favor of GlobalPort. Before that break, we were talking about these imports and how they need to impress right away. How much pressure is that on imports that they know 1-2 games into their performance, they can get replaced?
I've never understood. It's just really difficult. I think, it's just so much pressure to me. And it's amazing how some of these imports are able to handle that pressure. We always talk about the imports that made it and the imports that have had a great, successful career. But I'm sure there's twice as many that couldn't handle it and ended up having to go home and find another job. So, it's very difficult, very difficult.
Of course, some of the most successful imports don't just have a long career, they actually have a life here. Basic example, Coach Ronald.
Exactly, he's a coach now, and he recruited me, and I was hearing things about him as Patrick O'Brien, which is very capable of. This could be a start for Patrick O'Brien in trying to get his rhythm in this basketball game so far, but we talked about his range. He does have range.
7-footer with that three-point shot. Everybody else, the other 10 teams in the PBA watching this ball game intently as well, as Cryam looks to go back-to-back, and GlobalPort is reeling late in this first quarter. They are up by 2.
I just want to make an observation here. Now, ever since Omar Cryam came into the basketball game, he established control for GlobalPort. Now they have the lead.
Buenafe with that rebound. Taken away by Emmett, but retaken by Cryam. Omar on the move. Shakes, fakes, is fouled.
Earlier, I talked about Omar Cryam's ball handling skills, and we saw that. And his craftiness, and that's going to play big, not only in this game, but also as we go deeper into this Governor's Cup.
7.6 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. Meralco still with a foul to give here. Let's see if they time it perfectly. Cryam against Atkins, 4 to shoot. Cryam making his move, Atkins bothering him, and ends up giving up that foul. Sideline out of bounds for the guys in white.
It's actually a good play. All the rest of the 4 players just cleared out. They flattened out near the baseline to let Omar do his work.
Cryam turnaround Hail Mary. Had the line, just not enough muscle behind that shot. But GlobalPort, after falling behind by as much as 8 points, take a 2-point lead into the second quarter play. 21-19 nasa ating talaan.